Today we're going to be making a mini map. We'll start by creating a class in the client-side DOM. We'll go B, minimap, type GUI control. Yes. Going to add a parent minimap. This is a clean engine script that has functions in there we'll need. Next we'll open script, make an empty script. We'll also borrow a few functions from the exit window again. We're going to use the start and toggle functions. And the class function. Next we'll change the class names to minimap. And we'll change our exit to minimap. Okay, to make a minimap we need a specific name, and that will equal minimap and a specific layer, and that will equal our default layer. We will also add a function that starts up the minimap when we start up our script here. And this will be just set to true. And in our toggle off we will add the same function, only setting it to false. Next we're going to get an engine script for our minimap. And this will be the underscore minimap class method. And here we have functions that we're going to use for the main one. The main one will be the onRender minimap. This is the base minimap functions that will create the minimap and make it work on the screen. We're going to make a few modifications to them, so we're going to add it to our class. Inside this function there's a function that we're going to need also. Rotate scale dot. We'll grab that one from minimap also. And we'll need to grab two methods from our minimap. The textured panel method and our actor storage method. These locate where our GUI placements will be, and we'll be able to find them using these. From each one of these we're going to remove the check for extra method. Also on the check here. Okay, down in our methods at the bottom, we're also going to add another method. So we'll copy the texture one and paste it. We'll call this one getPlayer. And here, what we're looking for is the name player. On our render the map function in the base minimap, it looks for this on minimap is called from the engine directly, and it has an override method he on minimap. It looks for this, and if it has that, anybody else's script like our minimap class, it will then use that and return skipping any of this part. So we're going to copy that one and set the name of ours to that name. Okay, down here right before the camera part, we're going to add a variable player, and that's going to equal getPlayer. We're also going to change how the map works. And we're going to change map to player, and it will be the same position as the Y. We won't be using the frame from the map, so we'll comment that out. Control backspace. Then if all works, we should be able to compile it. Okay, since getPlayer is a method, we're going to need to call it with me, and then compile and submit. We're also going to want our little mini map to move around, so we're going to grab some functions from our base window class. We can't set this as a parent because it would conflict with our minimap class that we added in here. Conflicting parent classes would create a red square on your screen. So we're going to copy the mouse up and keep window screen methods into the minimap class. We're going to put those near the bottom, just above these. What I like to do is separate some of these with comments. Compile, submit. We can close the B window class and the minimap class. Our exit window we're going to change. We're going to call the toggle method to open our minimap. So here where we have the loading bar, we're going to comment that out and make a call to our minimap. Class methods, and we'll use the toggle window. And we can compile and submit this script. Okay, next we're going to make our GUI, so we can close up the DOM and go to the GUI editor. We're going to grab our name from the minimap, copy, and then we're going to create using that minimap name. We're not going to inherit from this one because we're going to leave the frame off. Okay, we're going to set the name to minimap. And then we're going to add a move panel. I'm going to change the name to move panel. On the move panel, it's also going to have the same size. And dock mode will be fill. Make sure our allow move is true. Default will be transparent. And on our main panel will be transparent. Next, with the minimap selected, we're going to copy a few pieces from the minimap file. So here we're going to look for map and double click our minimap. This is what the minimap origin looks like. We're only going to grab a few of those pieces. So click the map, drag it up to the minimap. The storage, click and drag, actors, and the player. The minimap with the frame by itself, we're just going to click, make sure it's selected, and push the delete key. And then we go OK, and that will disappear. We'll have these in here. With both the map and the actors, we're going to set the size to 240 and the auto center will be true on both of them. So we'll copy that and with the actors paste in and the auto center true there also. Next, we're going to select minimap again. Since we couldn't inherit from our window, our base window, we're going to grab the base window and add it to it and pull some parts out of it. Now we don't want the background panel. We have the map. We're going to take this ledge and lower it so we can see all of our GUIs. We'll grab the top panel, click, hold, and drag. Same with the bottom panel, the left side, and the right side. Now we'll click on the window with the BG panel left in it and hit the delete key, and then OK. Minimap, the texture will be a specific one. It will be minimap in all caps. That's what should create tell the engine where to look for that texture, the map texture to lay in. We can now click Save and close our editor. We should be able to test now. We'll click Ctrl G for our GUIs, escape key to bring up our window, and our options should bring up the map window. Okay, error shows we need to remove one thing. We double click on that line, it will bring us right to it. To remove the center window, and then with our minimap class, We will set the layer to default and set the name to minimap so that it's looking for what we have. Changed it to compile and submit. Okay, then we try our options. If that doesn't make it disappear, log out, log back in to clear the screen, and the option should make our map go on and off. And with our movement, we can move it around, and we can zoom in from the minimap functions, and our character can move on the screen, making the little character appear to move on the map. One more thing we can add here is in our refresh screen minimap. We're going to take our map panel in the alpha and remove the texture. That should set us to a full screen for the square. And save and close. Bring our GUIs up. Close the map, open it, and it should give us our square value. And that's our minimap tutorial.